Good morning, students. In today's class I'll be teaching you about row minima method. Row minima method is a different method of least cost method where first we are going to eliminate the rows and we are not going to see the columns. We are going to select the least cost from each of the row and we'll keep on eliminating the first row, second row, third row, fourth row. Same ways we are going to eliminate how many rows are there. Till one row is eliminated, we are not going to go for the next row. So let us start with this problem, how to solve the row minima method. So this is the question which we have given for the first problem, row minima method. So let us solve the same for the problem. So first thing, we need to check whether the demand is equal to supply. So the demand is nothing but origin or the source we are going to transport to the destination. So O1 O2 are nothing but the origin and D1 D2 are nothing but the destinations. So what are the values inside the each cell are called as the transportation cost. So first let us start with this problem. So now we are going to check demand is equal to supply. So when we add the sum of the demand is equal to 34 and sum of the supply is equal to 34. So when the demand is equal to supply, it is called as the balanced transportation problem. So now let us start with the problem. So first we need to select the first row. So first, after selecting the first row, we need to check which is having the least cost. So in this three cells, 2, 7, 4, 2 is the least cost. So we are going to allocate them for the first, we are going to allocate the values for 2. So let us check the demand and the supply. So which is the minimum, that one we are going to allocate for the least value. So now 8 is the demand and 5 is the supply. So for 2 we will be able to allocate 5. So when the 5 becomes 0, this demand becomes 3. So when I told you we are going to eliminate the row, so we are going to eliminate this row. So now we are going to the next. So in this next, the least cost is 1. So we are going to allocate for 1. So 18 is the demand and 8 is the supply. So minimum is 8. So we'll be able to apply 8. So it becomes 0 and this becomes 10. So now we are going to eliminate the second row. Now we will move to the third row. So we are going to check which is the least value. 5, 4, 7. 4 is the least. So we are going to allocate for the 4. So 8 is the demand and 7 is the supply. So we'll be able to allocate 7. So 7 becomes 0. Demand becomes 1. So we are going to eliminate this row. And the last row, whichever is the minimum, that we are going to allocate first. So 1 is minimum, so we will be able to allocate out of 3 and 14, 3 is the least. So for this we will be able to allocate 3. So out of 6 and 7, now 2 is the least, so we will be able to allocate so we'll be able to allocate 10. So when this becomes 0, you will eliminate this column. Now when we allocate 10 here, with this 10 becomes 0, this becomes 1. So we'll eliminate this column. And now 6 is remaining. So 1 will be able to allocate 1. So either row or column can be eliminated. So I will eliminate column. This becomes 0, becomes 0. So now find out the total cost. So total cost is equal to 2 into 5 plus 1 into 8 plus 4 into 7 plus 1 into 3 plus 6 into 1 plus 2 into 10. 5 to 10 plus